Hi, my name is Courtney and I'm a witch. And on today's episode of the Witch Diaries, we're going to celebrate Beltane, which is also known as May Day. This occurs on April 30th to May 1st. And it's a holiday that's often associated with fire and with the Celtic sun god called Belanus. And Belanus is also linked to the Celtic goddess Bellissima, and she is linked to the goddess Bridget. And both Bridget and Bellissima are associated with healing, water, and fire. And they're both Celtic goddesses. And one thing you might notice, regardless of if you're at the beginning of your pagan witch journey or you're further along, is that it's super common for there to be goddesses that are virtually the same in other cultures and other parts of the world. Like, you'll see a huge correlation between, say, Mother Mary and Kuan Yin, or Isis, or so many goddesses. You'll see the same sort of characteristics. The only difference will be that they'll look specific to the culture that they're representing. But this is super common. A lot of goddesses seem to be the same worldwide in all cultures, languages, the same, holding the same characteristics, the same qualities. So in this case, it seems that Bellissima and Bridget are very similar. If not, maybe they were at one point the same goddess, but they just go by two different names. So So for Beltane, traditionally it was celebrated, it's believed that Beltane, just like Samhain, there's a thinning of the veils between the worlds, so between the spirit world and the physical world. So it's really easy for spirits to come through or to show up in the physical realm. The main difference is Samhain is linked more to a celebration of death, and Beltane is linked more to a celebration of life or of the living. But there's a lot of traditions that that definitely rotated around this idea. So, for instance, back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for young men and women to roam out into the woods in what this author is calling greenwood weddings, and it seems that oftentimes they wouldn't come back as virgins, and it could be that there's almost this belief that spirits, or maybe even individuals from the fairy realm, were walking around in human form looking to connect to a human. So, and these greenwood weddings may have influenced the way this is celebrated, the way Beltane is celebrated, in the sense that in Britain, a May Queen was crowned with flowers and then married to the May King in a symbolic joining of the fertile powers of the land. The May Queen represented the transformation of the blossoming maiden into the mother goddess. This divine transformation is reflected in the earthly rite of sexual awakening. The overtly phallic symbology of the maypole was apparent, as the cut tree, most often a young sapling, was brought from the woods, stripped, and plunged into a hole in the earth, prominently displayed in the town square. And this is my favorite part about this. The blatant sexual suggestiveness of this custom was not lost on the early Puritans, who outlawed the maypole in 1644. So, I mean, probably everybody watching this has seen a maypole, which is, it's as they were saying, a tree plunged into the earth, or in a lot of cases just a pole, and then there's ribbons that they attach to it oftentimes, and little kids will run around playing with it, and it's part of the whole celebration of May Day or Beltane. So that's the origins of it, because this holiday is really about celebrating the energy of the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming together. it's once again celebrating nature, which is pretty much a consistent thing for all of our holidays as pagans and witches, and all of that coming together. So I wanted to light a candle that is specifically made for Beltane, and I wanted to call in the goddesses Bridget and Bellissima. And I think this is such a great time to celebrate the energy of the divine masculine, the divine feminine. If you're looking to call in your twin flame, your soulmate, this is a great time to do so. It's also a great time to really embody and ground the energy of sacred sexuality, and to once again celebrate us being the embodiment of the divine and our relationship to Mother Earth. So as I light this candle, I ask that we are whole and complete within ourselves, that if any of us are looking to call in our twin flame or soulmate, that is heard. If anyone at home who's watching this has any intentions or anything specific they want to add, this is a great time to do so. And I see all of that being very grounded. And we thank Bridget and Bellissima and all the goddesses and gods for their contributions. We thank Mother Earth, and we thank the land for providing us with food and abundance and love and everything that it provides us with. So, and thank you to everyone at home. If you like my videos, you should definitely subscribe. And until next time.